Hello, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, good. What's your name?
Jennifer Baney.
Hello, Jennifer Baney. What do you do here at MSTC?
I'm a instructor for communication.
Sounds good, sounds good. My first question for you is, when you find yourself hungry in between classes, do you find yourself going down to the cafeteria?
Occasionally, but it's not usually my first stop. I am trying to usually run off to another class.
Okay,
So I
cool.
don't get the luxury.
I understand that. Do you think the cafeteria has affordable choices when you are down there?
I do. Yeah, I think that there's some really good options that students have that is accessible that are pretty cheap. Like that's probably the cheapest place to get a cup of coffee outside of like your own kitchen at home. Yeah, there's pretty good options.
Do you think there should be options for students that don't have a lot of money and they go to the cafeteria but they're still hungry?
Yeah, I do. I think that we can easily give like PB&Js or something of that option or something of nature for an option. Even just giving a piece of fruit, right? There's been plenty of places that you walk into around here that you can walk in and get like a banana and you can eat it while you shop, or like a little kid can eat it while they shop.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that we should have some kind of option. If our focus is education and our focus is making sure that our students can perform in the classroom, being hungry definitely detracts from that. So making sure that students can eat is important.
Okay, good. That's great. What options would you... Sorry, did you answer that? No. What options would you put forth to solving that problem of students going hungry?
I do think that like offering like a fruit of some kind, like just really quickly, because we can generally eat fruit, right? And there's also a lot of vitamins that go along with it, so trying to keep our students healthy. Additionally, I know that it's kind of difficult because there are so many nut allergies, but having something like a PB&J as an option for our students, I think would be really great and really inexpensive. Something that helped in my school, like when I went through my bachelor's program, was there was one professor who kept the ability to make PB&Js in their office. So they did it partially, right? Yeah. So like you would come see them during their office hours. But the other part was like students were hungry and they were not able to sustain themselves and go to class. So literally just had a loaf of white bread, a tub of peanut butter, and then in their fridge they had some grape jelly. And it really made a big difference for all of us. So I think that if the cafeteria could do that, we can do it in a more food safe, more food focused way that would really help students and try to curtail some of those gaps.
Yeah. Do you think that do you feel, well, I think you kind of did answer it, but like it sounds like what they're doing today with all the students downstairs. Did you know about what they're doing today with all the students downstairs, like free food, like the burgers and stuff that we're allowed to have?
Or we do it every once in a while.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know about that. I feel like it's also good to like get that out there.
Yeah.
It's kind of going off on sidetrack, but I need to add a part about this because we didn't even really think about it when we were doing the project, but about how, what's your idea on, do you feel like they should have more of those kind of events? Like more like held towards like if you're a student here, you get a free meal, then how frequent do you feel like that event should be held? Like weekly, like daily, monthly? I think we're doing it monthly, but like do you feel like it should be done every week on like a specific day, or do you think it should be done like every day?
I think that there should always be an option for students to get food. I think, however, I'm not sure about the ability to have, because I don't know what the budget is, so I'm not sure about the ability to have these big grand events where we feed all students. I just think that there should always be an option. Like once a month, I think is really good. We do on campus, and the MSJC is really good about, is getting meals to students during like finals week or like midterm week, even though not every class follows the midterm schedule like that. We do provide some. What I think we should actually focus in on is maybe less about like, here's a free burger, and more about here's the pantry that we have on campus and here's exactly how you get to it. And we do have some flyers around campus that have it, but how many students know about the food pantry, or how many students know the steps that they would have to take to get to the food pantry? And then making it a more accessible form of the food pantry. From what I understand, right now you have to prove a hardship is happening. But again, I'm not entirely sure that is always a barrier. And I know that resources are limited. During COVID, we, as a professor staff and as a staff in general, handed out food to students. I think that we could do that as well. But making sure that our students know that the resources that we have, and then expanding on those resources, because obviously they're not working as well as we would like them to, is the best approach. So it's more of a yes and, so less about the grand gestures and more about consistently feeding our students or giving them the option.
Okay, sounds good. Great. Thank you so much for your interview.
Of course. Thanks.
All right, great.